Our story starts in ancient Egypt, where the Israelites had been suppressed into slavery and labor for hundreds of years by the Egyptians.
I am the Pharaoh of Egypt. The Israelite boys have become too numerous. If a boy is born into your family, he must be killed and thrown into the Nile.
One day, an Israelite woman became pregnant. She was worried that her baby would be a son, so she concealed her pregnancy for very few people to know. When the baby was born, however, she realized it was a son and was forced to give it away so she wouldn't have to drown her child. The woman and her oldest daughter decided to send the baby down the Nile River in a basket in attempts he would find a good family to keep him safe. Moses' mom's eldest daughter made sure Moses was entered a safe family, which ended up being the Pharaoh's sister. The Pharaoh's sister raised this young boy into a man, and his name was Moses. Once Moses had grown, he saw an Egyptian beating up an Israelite and knew it wasn't right. He therefore killed the Egyptian to save the Israelite, but then was forced to flee because he was afraid he would get in trouble for his actions. After being forced to flee, Moses was able to find a wife and then became happily married. He lived with his wife and tended to her flock and took care of her animals. One day when tending the flock, he came across something suspicious.
Moses!
What was that?
I am the God your father. I have indeed seen the misery of the people in Egypt. So now go. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt.
So basically I'm rescuing the Israelites out of Egypt from the Pharaoh?
Yes.
Okay. I'm here to perform a miracle. Watch my staff turn into a snake.
Yeah. Hey, yo, can y'all hit me out there?
A snake!
Alright.
I am unimpressed. My magicians can do the same. I am not giving you the Israelites. Go away.
Go to the Pharaoh in the morning on the Nile, and with the same staff that you turn into a snake, strike the Nile, and all the water in Egypt will become blood.
I've come to perform my next miracle since you have not given up the Israelites. I will turn the Nile into blood.
Thanks, ugly gods.
Water.
Pharaoh promised Moses the Israelites back if the blood was turned back into water. However, his heart was unyielding and he did lie.
Go to the Pharaoh and say to him, "This is what the Lord says. Let my people go so that they will worship me. If you refuse to let them go, I will send a plague of frogs on your whole country. The Nile will teem with frogs. They will come up into your palace and your bedroom and onto your bed, into the houses of your officials and on your people, and into the ovens and kneading troughs. The frogs will come up on you and your people and all of your officials."
I have returned. God sent me again to perform another miracle if you do not give me the Israelites.
What is the miracle?
I will make frogs appear in all of the homes and streets.
I don't believe you. Go away.
Moses did what he promised and sent frogs all over the kingdom, which sent people into havoc.
Pharaoh promised the Israelites again, but his heart was unyielding and did lie.
It says, "Let my people go so that they may worship me. If you do not let my people go, I will send swarms of flies on you and your officials, on your people and into your houses. The houses of the Egyptians will be full of flies, even the ground will be covered with them."
My next miracle is turning the dust to flies.
With his staff, Moses sent a plague of flies all over Egypt.
There are so many flies. Moses, if you get rid of this miracle, I will give you the Israelites back. Go to God and get this away.
But again, he lied.
Go to Pharaoh and say to him, "This is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, says. Let my people go so that they may worship me. If you refuse to let them go and continue to hold them back, the hand of the Lord will bring a terrible plague on your livestock in the field, on your horses, donkeys, and camels, and on your cattle, sheep, and goats. But the Lord will make a distinction between the livestock of Israel and that of Egypt, so that no animal belonging to the Israelites will die."
Moses, you've returned.
Yes, I've come to perform my next miracle. All the livestock will be killed.
Moses proceeded to send out the plague and kill all of the livestock of Egypt.
Please, I need my livestock. Go to God and undo this miracle, and I will give you the Israelites back.
He lied.
Take handfuls of soup from a furnace and have Moses toss it into the air in the presence of Pharaoh. It will become fine dust over the whole land of Egypt, and festering boils will break out on people and animals throughout the land.
Pharaoh, I've come to perform my next miracle. When I throw this dust, all of your people will be festering with boils.
It's getting hot in here.
Moses, my next miracle will be to send hail over all of your food.
What will that do?
It will ruin it.
Ah! Moses, why have you returned?
I've come to perform my next miracle. I will send locusts all over your land.
Locusts!
I'm here to perform my final miracle in hopes that the Israelites will be freed. All the firstborn children will be killed, including your son.
God gave these instructions to people who wanted to protect their child, but the Pharaoh didn't
Select the
listen.
animals for your families and slaughter the Passover lamb. Take a bunch of livestock, dip it into the blood in the basin, and put some of the blood on the top and on both sides of the doorframe. None of you shall go out of the door of your house until morning. When the Lord goes through the land to strike down over the Egyptians, he will see the blood on top and the sides of the doorframe and will pass over that doorway.
My firstborn. That is why I've summoned you. Take your Israelites and please leave my kingdom.
With the Pharaoh's permission, Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt.
In the cartoon, it shows a burning bush on the cake that is being given to Moses, like when he came across the bush on top of the mountain. In the Rugrats, there's an episode where a baby is put in a basket and sent down the river. Moses' mom did the same so that Moses wouldn't be killed. This is the same illusion, but it is also portrayed in The Simpsons. Harriet Tubman, during a 10-year span, made 19 trips into the South and escorted over 300 slaves to freedom. She is sometimes referred to as Moses because Moses freed the Israelites. In this cartoon, it shows Moses bystanding an Egyptian and an Israelite fighting. He goes and kills the Egyptian later, just like we portrayed in our video.